Hi, my name is Terry Lee, and in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use Microsoft Publisher to make your own washi tape that you can print out. So you're going to open Publisher. This is an example of what you could have, or partially what you could have. So I'm going to go to File. This is what it's going to look like when you first open Publisher, and I'm going to go to a blank 8.5 by 11. Now, I'd like to make a note here that you must have the rights, commercial rights or whatever, to this, to the image, or just use it for your own personal use. Now, I would double check with each particular kit or whatever if it's all right for you to adjust the images. Most of the time it is, but making washi tape out of the images is actually altering them. So I definitely want to make sure that I mention and emphasize this in the beginning of this video. The images I will be using, I have the rights to, and I have the rights to alter them, and I just need to let you know where I got them from, and I got them from Antique Papery. Okay, so onward and upward. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to you're going to click Insert and then Picture. And now we're only going to do one picture at a time, even if you want to use separate ones, because we want them to be full size. When you enter more than one, if any of you have seen any of my other publisher files, you know that the images will all show up, but they show up small. So I'm just going to take a page at random that has a lot of colors on it. Now you want to resize it using these little handles to the size of the page. It's just going to make it easier for you. It doesn't matter if it distorts it a little bit. You just want to use the blue outline. See there how it lights up so that the image is the size of the whole page. Now we're going to move the image off to the side. Then we're going to right click on it and copy it. And the reason we're doing that is because when we crop the picture will disappear except for the part we've cropped. So instead of having to reinsert it over and over again, if we use a copy when we do our crop, then we always have the original to the side that we can use again, or you can just obviously paste it again. All right, so you're going to click Paste. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, but if you just right click in any empty area, right click, and then go to Paste and click Paste. And that will give you the second image. Now, you want to make sure that you can see all of the image. And if you can't, then you can use this little scroll bar at the bottom, or you can go over here and adjust the percentage of the magnification. Wow. Okay, so now you can see that you can see much more. We're going to go to Page Design, and we're going to go to Guides, and then we're going to add a horizontal ruler guide. We're going to go to Guides again, and then we're going to insert a vertical guide. This is just going to help you to line up your washi. Now, you're going to want to move your guides to where you want them to be, as far as it will help you make your washi as wide as you want it, each row, by using the guide. Because in Publisher, it doesn't show you how wide something is, it shows you where the cursor is. So as you see, as I move the cursor, if you'll watch up here at the same time, you'll see that that little line moves wherever my cursor is. If I want to know how wide something is, I have to move my cursor to the edge of it. Let me move this over to 0. All right. I'll show you over here. Okay, right here, you can see that the margin is 1/2 inch. That's what I was getting at. So whenever you measure anything, you want to make sure that you take into account that there's a 1/2 inch margin all the way around. This is still 8.5 by 11, but it's going to print out with a 1/2 inch margin all the way around. Okay, so now that we have all that out of the way, you're going to move your guide to where you want it. So let's say you want your washi each strip to be a 1/2 inch wide, then you would put your green guide at 1 inch, because that would be the 1/2 inch margin, and then the 1/2 inch wide that you want your strip to be. Okay, so now click on your picture, and then you're going to make sure that it stays off of your page area. I keep looking at my notes so that I can do it in the right order for you. And then you're going to click on Format. Then you're going to click on Crop. And you'll notice these little black marks in the corner and in the center and on the sides. This allows you to select which area you want to keep. Okay? Because when you crop, it's going to keep the area that you've selected, and the rest of the picture is going to go bye-bye. So let's say we want our washi to be this section here. And let's see if we can get it about a 1/2 inch wide without, because I was looking at the guides up here where I had my cursor. You can see that's at 4. My cursor here is at a little past 4.5. Actually, this is a little past 4. So that should be pretty close to 1/2 inch before we even do anything. So then you're going to click Crop again, and look, now you have a strip. Now, if you want, okay, there we go. This right here is a little bit wide, so I'm going to click on that little white handle, and then you see the arrow moves left and right. That means that I can move and make the picture wider or narrower. So let's go back, and wherever your cursor is, that's what's going to be marked on the line. So if you look straight up from where I'm at, you'll see that little black line moves at the 1, and now I'm at the 1, so I know that my washi is a 1/2 inch wide, or my strip. Now, some people want a strip that's a strip of the image. Some people want a bunch of little images that make up the strip for the washi. So we can do that as well. Right click and paste. We've got our image back again. Go back to Format. Go back to Crop. Now let's crop a different section of the image. Let's just take this section over here. I'm just picking these at random, and I'm just guesstimating the size. Let's bring it over here. Whoops, I didn't select crop. That's what happens if you don't select crop. It moves the picture, because this is the area, the area that's clear, that's going to be cropped out, that you're going to keep. So it doesn't matter if you move this page back here. You can move it anywhere once you've selected the size. I forgot to mention that. Okay, so you've got your crop section, and now you want to click Crop, and now this is what you have. Now, if you don't want it to be the full column, that's very easy to do. Make it a little bit wider so that you have the ability to make it shorter. If it's too narrow, this little dot here, or little square, won't show up. So let's make it shorter. Let's bring it on up to there. And now we have a little piece that we can put here. Okay? And it doesn't matter that it's some kind of crazy squishy thing because it's washi. That's the whole point, right? So let's make it back to 1/2 inch wide. Let's right click. And we can add different images if we want. And I'll do that after this one to show you how to do it. Okay, so then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go to Format. We're going to go to Crop. You're definitely going to know how to do this by the time you're done. And then let's just go straight across and select that area right there. And then click on Crop. And we've got this. When your cursor looks like the 4 arrows, the 4 black arrows, left click, hold it down, and then you can move it. We'll put it here for a second. Let's make it just a smidge wider so our little up and down handle will show up. Let's make it about that long. And then let's, oops, I'll bet that's close. Yes, it's very close. And so we move it there, and now we've got 2 different pictures in the row. Now let's insert, let's click on this and select delete on your keyboard and get rid of that picture. Let's go to insert, picture. Let's select another picture that's different, as in different. See, that's different. If you're just going to take pieces, it doesn't matter how big the image is. You don't have to resize it. It's just if you're going to take a whole stripe that it makes a difference. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to right click and select copy in case we decide we want more than one piece from that image. We're going to right click over here and select paste. And this is the image that we're going to crop, the duplicate. We're going to go to format. I'm going to go to crop. We're going to select, oh, let's do this strip here that's got the blue flowers on it. Okay, let's crop that. Let's make it shorter. Oops, got crazy hand today, huh? Make it shorter. And it looks like we're going to need to make it narrower. Left click and move it. You can put it down here. It's okay if it overlaps. Then we'll just make it smaller. First we'll make it wider than we need, wider than we need. Just wide enough so that we've got this again so we can make it shorter. We're going to make it this short. Then we're going to make it as narrow as our column. So now we've got one long image. We've got one 3/4 image. All right, 2/3 image. We've got one small image. Let's right click and paste again to get our big image back, our copy. Now let's get a section that has the polka dots. So we're going to go to format, going to go to crop. We've got the crop thing here. Let's bring it over. And let's bring it over where we get a row of polka dots. Okay, then crop it. And I actually like this the way it is, so I'm going to put it over here. Okay. And let's do one more from this image. Right click and paste. Format and crop. You guys are going to know how to do this in your sleep, huh? All right, let's try to get the part that has the postage stamp thingy on it. Now you're not going to really be able to tell these features because they're going to be narrow, but it does give you some variety. And we're going to click crop again, and then we're going to move it. Now this is similar to this one, so we can put it here and wait until we've put some more in there that are different. Okay, so let's get a new image. Click on that and delete. Insert picture. Select a new picture. Insert. Move it out of the way. Maybe not that far. Move it out of the way. Right click. Copy. Move your cursor over here in the empty area. Right click. Paste. Move it out of the way off of your picture area. Select format and then crop. And we're going to crop this image to where we get some of this. And we're going to make it small, small, small. We're going to click crop. Now we've got a little one. That should fit somewhere. Let's put it there. Make it a little. Look how good I was at guessing the width. You can tell I've done this for a while. Let's bring it down to the line. And then let's bring it back to the width. Now, did you notice? Watch right in here and you'll notice the pink line will appear. There, do you see it? That means this is the same width as this. So that helps you out. So look, now we've got some decent looking washi going. Right click and paste. We've got this image. Let's get something different, some different colors. Format, crop, move your crop area over. You'll notice, I'm not sure I pointed this out before, but when you put your cursor over the crop tool, you'll know that it's right where you can move it to make a crop because the cursor turns into the little shape there of the corner. So let's do this area here and then select crop. And that's kind of interesting. So let's put it here. Now remember, when you print this out, you're going to cut these little strips apart. Okay? So just keep that in mind. So now let's take this one and we can move it over here. And it's like a puzzle. And you just keep going. And you make different size pieces depending on how much variety you want in each row. Because each one of these sections here is going to be a different row that you cut apart once you've printed your washi. Okay? So you just keep doing that over and over until you've filled the page. Now, once you've got your full page of your washi image, you want to put the desired paper in the printer. Now, there's a lot of different paper you can use to get different results. You can just put regular paper in there, and then when you cut it apart, you just glue it down wherever you want it to look like your faux washi. You can put white sticker paper in there, and then when you cut them into strips, then it will peel off the backing. You peel off the backing and you'll have stick down washi, and it'll stick down a lot better than original washi. You can put in cling vinyl for if you want to stick the washi to glass and be able to pull it back off. I believe that'll work on a whiteboard as well. You can put vellum or tracing paper in for a translucent washi. You'd also have to glue that down. You can put in cardstock, which would print it out thicker, and that would be maybe for crafting. In a junk journal, you could use it to make a frame, something like that that would be raised up just a little bit. So once you get the paper in the printer and this page is full, okay, you have to keep going. And it doesn't take as long as it took me to do this. I was doing it and saying the steps over and over and over out loud so that you would remember how to do it. All right. And you will get a PDF with this video if you're a member of the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and I'll put the link in the video, and it will also be in the text below. All right. So to print this, once you put your paper in, once your page is full, then you just click File, and then click Print. And then you only have one page, so you don't have to select. Okay, and it'll show you a preview. Now I'm not going to print this because I don't want to print just that little partial page, but all you would do is click that button right there that says Print, and it would print it out. Piece of cake. Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how you make your own washi paper. This is Terry Lee saying goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video, and that'll be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.